Hello, AP Psychology students, and welcome to Section 2 of Chapter 5 on Consciousness. Today we're going to look at the rhythms of sleep. Oh, we all just want to go to sleep. You know, it's so hard to go to bed, and it's so hard to get out of bed in the morning. I don't know what it is. So the realms of sleep, let's get into this. Nathaniel Clayton spent his entire career studying sleep. You can volunteer for sleep studies. You can get paid to sleep. You can go to a sleep lab, and they hook you up to a bunch of monitors, and you get paid to sleep. That's your dream. There's your life, bro. Go for it. They use EEGs, which we talked about in the last chapter, the electroencephalogram, something like that. I can't remember how to pronounce it, but all the head monitors, electrodes going on there to measure brain waves in sleep studies in these labs. It's through this that they actually discovered rapid eye movement sleep, which is REM. You probably noticed your dog doing it before when they're and they're all twitching and all that. Brain activity in REM resembles wakefulness, and we'll get into the specifics here in a little bit. They can last a few minutes to as long as an hour. Every time you hit REM sleep in the night, you get a little bit more REM sleep, there's a lot going on. They average about 20 minutes per REM session. So the first stage is the hypnagogic sleep, which is where you're kind of in and out and you're bobbing and weaving and you're checking the ceiling and you're doing this thing, giving yourself whiplash. I'm really good at it because I'm a dad. I sit in my chair and I fall asleep. It's this relaxed state of dreamlike awareness between wakefulness and sleep, and it's really, really fun. Not really, I'm just being funny. You have small, irregular brain waves going on. Next, you have sleep stage 2, where sleep spindles begin to appear. And then stage 3, we go into a little slightly deeper sleep, but the brain begins emitting these slow-moving delta waves. They're very slow waves with high peaks, and we're going to show you a chart on this in a second. Stage 4 is mainly delta waves, which is our deep, deep sleep. And the body is pretty much getting down into our deep sleep. Sleepwalking and talking are likely to occur. I have a child who sleep talks, and that child actually argues with her siblings in his or her sleep. Now this stuff ebbs and flows. It doesn't go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then and then REM, and then back out. It's not even and smooth. You might go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, and then REM. So young adults average about 34 shifts during the first 6 hours of sleep. If you get 6 hours of sleep, I doubt you do. It takes about 90 minutes to get through the first 4 stages and to get to REM if you can successfully fall asleep. When you lay down to go to sleep, if you fall asleep in less than 7 minutes, you're sleep deprived. It should take on average about 7 minutes to fall asleep. So this is kind of grainy, but you can look at it here. Stage 1, 4 to 5% of our sleep. Light sleep, muscle activity slows down, occasional muscle twitching. Stage 2, which is most of our sleep, 45 to 55% of it, breathing in pattern and heart rate slows, slight decrease in body temperature. Stage 3, deep sleep begins, brain begins to generate those slow delta waves, which we're seeing here. Stage 4, 12 to 15%, which is very deep sleep, rhythmic breathing, limited muscle activity, and then brain produces the delta waves. And then REM, we're going to get into rapid eye movement, brain wave speed up, dreaming occurs, muscles relax, actually you're kind of paralyzed, and heart rate increases, breathing is rapid and shallow. So REM sleep is also known as paradoxical sleep. It takes 30 to 45 minutes for a sequence of the stages, and then you move back. So you go down, you actually go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go back, almost nearly awake, and then you're into REM. So it goes stage 4, 3, 2, 1. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. About 70 to 90 minutes in, and then you hit REM. It's like you should wake up, and then you go into this deep sleep where the large motor movement is paralyzed. Instead of waking up, REM starts. Brain activity jumps to near conscious levels. And so the brain's really going to work. The hippocampus, remember, hippocampus is consolidating memory. Large muscle use is disabled. So if you've ever been awoken during REM, you may have been paralyzed and felt like you couldn't move. Blood flow increases, heart beats, and breathing are irregular. And then the face and the fingers twitch. And so the eyes actually twitch underneath the eyelids, is why they call it rapid eye movement sleep. Some experience arousal during REM sleep. It's perfectly normal. That's because of the increased blood flow that's going on. And so that's what's going on. And you're not sleeping like a baby, like this little picture here. Your brain is going kind of nuts and doing a lot of stuff. So the time spent dreaming largely is REM, but they've actually found out through sleep studies that we dream also outside of REM. 82% of REM sleepers reported dreams when they wake up and left. So when they get into a REM, they'll wake them up and go, hey, which would freak you out. Hey, you dreaming? Yeah. 82% said they're dreaming. So the other 18%, I'm not sure what's going on. REM is usually the vivid dreams, like Abe Lincoln hanging out at the table to play chess with you versus a beaver. I'm not sure. 51% of people in sleep labs report to be dreaming in non-REM sleep too. So over half of the time you're dreaming in other stages. They're shorter, they're less vivid, except the hour before the person wakes up. It's almost like the hour before you get up, your brain has run out of material and they're just grabbing anything. Like, let's do a boxer in space with platypus and balloons. Go. Make something out of it. Make a story. Muscle paralysis and waking up in REM causes people to realize they can't move, and so they kind of freak out. Sometimes the image of the dream is still going during REM, and so they'll actually see things in their room, but it's just their mind creating. And this is where we can explain ghosts and aliens and people that see these things. And I know I saw it in my room. 30% of people have experienced this. 5% have waking dreams. So 30% have muscle paralysis. They wake up in REM and they can't move. 5% of people have waking dreams where they wake up and they're still vividly seeing what was going on in their dreams in their room or in person. They see hallucinations of their dreams and which people think is real. And so this explains why people have seen, Elvis and aliens and, ghost, all that stuff. Other things that are mythological, like the rifle bearers being good at sports. Maybe I shouldn't have said that one. Sorry. So REM and non-REM sleep continue to alternate during the night. They kind of go back and forth. Stage 3 and 4 grow shorter and even disappear. As you sleep longer, as you get to 6 to 8 hours of sleep, you get more and more REM sleep, which is very beneficial. REM stages get longer. They get closer together. This is why you're likely to be dreaming when your alarm goes off, because you're probably in deep sleep towards the end of the night if you're getting enough sleep, which as a high school student, you're probably not. Cycles are far from regular. They bounce around for many people. Some people have a lot of sleep problems. We're going to talk about some of the sleep disorders. Even people who cannot dream, which is a rare psychological disorder, have normal sleep stages. All animals except dolphins and porpoises have REM sleep. I have no idea how they tested that one. I'm a little curious on that. So why we sleep? It's a timeout. I like to think that I've read this. It's kind of funny that your bed is like a wireless charger for your body. You lay down and it kind of charges you, recharges you, gets you ready for the next day. While sleeping, your body eliminates waste products from muscles, so your soreness goes away. It repairs cells. It conserves and replenishes energy. It strengthens your immune system. So if you're stressed out because you're not sleeping, you're going to get sick, and then you're going to weaken your immune system. Then you're not going to sleep as much, and it's going to snowball out of control. And it recovers abilities lost during the day, like things. I forgot. Now I remember what it was. Abnormal sleep can throw our bodies off. In fact, we're more susceptible to illness and to stress if we're not sleeping enough. Hormone levels for muscle development and proper immune system functions decline if you're not sleeping, so you can't build muscles. If you're an athlete, you gotta sleep. If you want to stay healthy and not catch corona, you gotta sleep. Wash your hands, wear your mask, distance, all that good stuff. Sleep deprivation that lasts 4 or more days is uncomfortable, unbearable, and eventually it can be fatal. Animals forced to stay awake have died. Couple things here. A little meme, I love sleep because it's a time machine to breakfast. How much sleep do you need? Newborns need 12 to 18 hours. And you can see teenagers 8.5 to 9.25, adults 7 to 9. Now you teens, we talked about circadian rhythms in the last video. Yours is slightly off. You're about 2 hours behind the adults. So when adults are producing melatonin, you're wide awake. And when you're supposed to be getting up with the adults, you're still in sleep mode. And so that's why some schools are adjusting their start time for secondary school to be later, till 9:30, to help teenagers. So the mental consequences of sleeplessness. Chronic sleep deprivation increases levels of cortisol, one of our stress hormones. It may damage and impair brain cells from learning and memory. Remember, we consolidate memories during sleep. So we sleep to remember. So remember to sleep. If you want to learn, remember learning takes time, space, repetition, and consolidate. It's one of our 5 steps to a better memory. You got to make sure you sleep, and you have to learn a little bit every night. Loss of one night's sleep hurts our mental flexibility, our attention, our creativity. People that are sleep deprived will miss tiny little tricks to, in a math problem that will make the problem much easier. Several lack of days of lack of sleep causes hallucinations, delusions. People start seeing things that go crazy. 10% of adults have chronic insomnia where they just simply can't go to sleep or they can't stay asleep throughout the night. When you go to college here in a couple maybe next year, this is your life. You can choose too to be successful. You can have good grades and a social life, but you're not going to get enough sleep. Or you can try good grades and enough sleep. Can't do all this. By the way, if you can throw in a job here or college sports, kind of the same little chart. So some sleep disorders, narcolepsy is when people suddenly just fall. I'm just kidding, fall asleep. Sleep apnea, this is a misunderstood and widely kind of being more and more diagnosed sleep disorder where people suddenly stop breathing in the middle of the night. And so because they stop breathing, the body has to wake them up. And so they have a gasp and then they're never getting into the deep sleep. They're always sleeping in stage 1 or stage 2. Some others, hypersomnia, when you're just tired all the time, not just beyond being a high schooler. This is chronic excessive sleeping. SIDS, which we learned about in the developmental chapter, sudden infant death syndrome, death under the age of 1, unexplained after investigation, where infants go to sleep and simply don't wake up. REM behavior disorder, this is where people act out dream activities, like in Step Brothers here, where they're sleepwalking and doing all their fun stuff there. And then nightmares, which are very common, dreams with frightening, sad, angry, or uncomfortable, negative content during REM. The reason we are more likely to remember a nightmare is it's more likely to wake us up. If we wake up, we're more likely to remember a dream. Then you have night terrors, which is very common in preschool age children, upsetting nocturnal experiences that occur most often in young kids during non-REM. They wake up screaming bloody murder. It's very disheartening. It's very frightening for the whole family. It's startling if you're ever associated, been around night terrors. Sleepwalking, walking or carrying out other activities during non-REM. Don't recommend driving while sleeping. Don't do that. And then sleep talking during any phase of sleep. Some mental benefits of sleep. You can basically sleep long and prosper. Good sleep promotes memory consolidation. It helps your heart be healthier. It helps prevent cancer, reduces stress, reduces inflammation, so swelling. It makes you more alert. It bolsters your memory. It helps you lose weight because you can't eat. If you're asleep, you can't go to the fridge and get that midnight snack. It makes you smarter. Naps are amazing, by the way. It may reduce your risk for depression and helps your body make repairs. It improves memory for specific motor and perceptual skills. If you're trying to learn a new skill, if you're an athlete or a musician, sleeping can help you perform better. It enhances problem solving. Studies of good sleep show that people were 3 times likely to find a shortcut in math problems if they had sufficient sleep. Even quick naps and meditation have benefits. Power naps are an amazing thing when you go to college. If you can get a little 20-minute power nap in, do it. Meditation, 20 minutes of meditation is worth 3 to 4 hours of benefits for your brain. It's like 3 to 4 hours of sleep for your brain. And so make sure you learn how to do that. In my class, personally, we're going to teach you how to do meditation. If you're a virtual learner, just look it up online. It's not too hard. So here's the benefits of meditation. If you look, they almost mirror the same things, the benefits of sleep. That's all I have today. Next time we're going to talk about dream world. We're going to analyze your dreams and see how crazy you are. So thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions.